I don't think that's what Donnie intended when he pulled the car out. Slaty! Hi, sweet girl. Johnny and I just left home. We're headed over to Michelle's house to grab her and the kids. We're in Ruby. Ruby says she has 275 miles worth of range. We are headed up to the Cryptozoology and Paranormal Museum up near the Virginia border. It's probably not too far from NC-CAR and the solar farm up there, the Center for Energy Education. But we are not headed there today. We're just headed to this museum. It's open from 1 to 7. It's got free admission. It's really piqued Michelle's interest, and I think the rest of us will have a good time. We always have a good time when we pile in the car together. I'm going through the neighborhood this morning because they're working on the road over there by the environmental park. They had a 1-lane road ahead sign, and just in case they're doing something messy on the road, I wanted to bypass it. I'll tell you a little bit more about the trip details, how far we're going, what our plans are for charging today, if we're charging, and that kind of thing, after I get everybody loaded up at Michelle's house. I love it. Michelle's got her mermaid flag on her mailbox. Jarvis says, Johnny went to go see that cat, that new cat. Won't you somebody give me some attention? I need attention. Hi, Jarvis. Hi, buddy. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Did get this really nice piece of furniture brought up to Ariel's room, and it looks great. Wow, you are so lucky, Ariel. That looks really, really fantastic. Look at all that storage room in there. Very organized for school, going back to school. And then I see your mom helped you redo your shelf over here, and that looks great too. I love the scarf. Is that what it is? Scarf?
Yep.
Looks fantastic. Hi, Tabitha. How are you? You playing with Johnny? I know Johnny's glad to see you.
Yes.
All right, so Connor, you're in the back on this side. Yep. You know where you go, Michelle.
Yes, I do.
Johnny's here. Devin, you're behind me. And Ariel, you're behind Devin on the other side of the car.
Okay.
All right, load them on up. So Littleton, North Carolina, which is right at the Virginia border almost, is where we're headed today for the Cryptozoology and Paranormal Museum. It's 93 miles and 1 hour and 37 minutes from Michelle's house, and this is the way I wanted to go. I've never been on this road right here. I've been on 64, but I've not been on this road. This is exit 459. I checked last night on a better route planner and Google Maps. Then when we come home, we're going to come back down Henderson to stop at the supercharger I haven't been to before with Ruby, and then we're going to take US 1 Capitol Boulevard back down the Beltline and come back to Michelle's house. So we're going to make a little circle today. I don't like to come and go the same way twice. It'll just be more fun. This should be really rural and pretty, and I can't wait to be out there on that road over there. So let's go. It does say that we would get back at 17%, and Dawn and I did the math, and pretty much we don't have to stop at the supercharger. I mean, we should be fine. But if I'm going to be that close and I haven't been to that one, we're going to stop. Besides, the kids will love a snack or some ice cream at Sheetz. It's this one is at Sheetz.
There's Ruby changing lanes all by herself.
And easy peasy driving on 64 East, and I'm getting off here at exit 459 for, I should say Ruby's getting off here because I didn't do a darn thing. Not yet anyway. She ought to be telling me she's giving control back to me. Thank you, Ruby. I got it from here. Yeah, we're getting on NC 58 now and heading more north than east. Beautiful sky. Solar farm alert.
Starting, when they put pony motors or starting or electric starters on them to start them. You know what a pony motor is?
Nope. When they attach a pony to it?
It's when they use an engine.
I'm going to be busy pulling clips off of the dash cam tonight. That's going to be...
It's when they use a smaller engine to start a bigger engine.
Oh.
So,
Here's some tractor equipment to look at, Johnny. There's nobody behind me. See, that's
body odor?
What is that you saw back there, Johnny?
A John Deere Model BO.
A John Deere Model BO, huh?
Ew.
So Johnny's enjoying the ride almost as much as me and Michelle. Every tractor along the side of the road, we're getting the play-by-play. I don't know exactly where we are, but we just went through a government complex for one of the Indian tribes in North Carolina, and I thought that building back there was kind of cool. We're getting really close now. We're 14 miles from our destination. We are out here. We are out here in the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, and we have no service whatsoever.
Look at that.
I mean, look at all those chimneys. I guess it's two houses together, but still. Oh, they have a mural just for me. Historic Littleton, Getaway and Beautiful Lake, Gaston. Gaston. If there's a mural, Ruby will find it. That's gum, and it was not our kids. And I'm counting on another 100 miles back to the house, getting rid of most of it. It's mostly on the tire. Mostly. Connor, enter if you dare.
That's rating. Yep.
It's a haunted Littleton location.
Thank you so much. It was very nice to meet you. Take care.
Of course, Connor went straight for the gift shop, Michelle.
Oh, never fails.
Oh, look, we got a sign in as guests.
So where you folks from?
Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina.
Okay, not too far away. But,
Right, it was a nice drive up 58. Really pretty,
Yeah.
nice day for a drive. Not too hot, beautiful cotton ball clouds.
yeah, and you finally picked a nice, not as
Yeah.
hot as it has been. It's
Wow.
been ridiculous.
So are these sightings just Bigfoot sightings, or?
Everything, the pins will tell you to go.
Oh, the color of the pins tells us what kind of sighting. So the purplish ones, which is most of them, are Bigfoot. Huh.
And actually, there's a lot more pins were in there originally. Because of the news crews coming in, the little tiny pins I had in, like the ones you see in here. they
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
Really see, so I had to remove those and put larger pins
But
in.
larger pins. So
so-
one pin could be more than one sighting.
Oh yeah, especially you get up in the mountains and stuff.
Okay.
Like that. And we have a database online, so people report things all the time. So we've been so busy, which is, I guess, a good problem to have, as you can see.
And these are some of the actual castings people have done?
These are copies. These are the ones we've actually gotten.
Okay, so those are copies, and these are
all original prints. This one, and these two are all from the last 2 months. These are from last summer. This
last
is
2 months, huh?
This one, these two here are both out of Medoc Mountain.
And this
State
is
Park.
castings where there was a footprint in the mud and
Yeah.
somebody...
We take pictures before, during, and after as we cast them.
Interesting.
Measure them, mark the area out. Same thing. These are some of the first ones we got. These are, once again, copies. As we get more
I guess I can tell now sort of which ones are copies versus which ones are...
We'll make copies of some of our prints just because we send them to other museums and they'll send us prints. It's kind of a way we kind of help each other out. And this is a copy of this print here. You can see the original, the leaf litter looks very different.
Sure.
It's much easier to see the muscle structure and what you've got here on these. Usually you can tell the ones that are made in the sand beds, the remakes, they look pretty clean. They usually wouldn't be that clean
out in the
It's hard to get all the leaf litter off. And especially around here, the substrate is clay, so it's a little harder to work with, especially if it's dry clay. Once you pour this in, you need to put something in, almost like a rebar, some metal, or
so it doesn't
sticks.
fall apart.
And there's a whole technique to dig them out, which we've worked out a very good routine for, using the knee pads supported as you pull them out. You've got to dig all the way around. Otherwise, especially like a thin one like this, they'll snap in a heartbeat. So.
So tell me about this mermaid up here.
Well, that's part of the famous fake stuff. Basically, that's a Fiji mermaid. Basically, they've had them for years in a lot of the circuses and their traveling shows.
Sure.
Basically, it was a fish with a monkey head stuck onto it. It was a very common thing, but people believe in mermaids still to this day. Same thing with the fairies. The same artist that made this, a mummified fairy. And that's a story that goes back to these young girls that were in England that became very famous, and basically they were actually doing photoshopping before Photoshop existed.
Was a thing,
I mean, but they were actually cutting these things out of magazines, putting wings on them, then they would take pictures of themselves in the garden and say, here we are playing with these fairies. And people believed it, loved it, So there's a lot of things like that. And that's where cryptozoology comes in. Cryptozoology is a study of things not proven to science. So some things are proven not to be fake. Some things are proven to be real. Like we grew up with these maps that we saw that had these huge whalers going after whales, these large tentacle things on. Well, it turns out that's true. These huge giant squid do exist, and we've just found that recently. So there's always things being proven and disproven. Bigfoot still falls into that realm where we really don't know what's going on there. But there's, like, even here now, me coming as a journalist, there's been so many sightings in this area that it's just been crazy. It's just, too many people seeing things.
They're
seeing something.
that it's adding up to,
And these are people who have nothing to gain by. I mean, there's no financial gain.
Sure.
Being a deputy sheriff seeing a Bigfoot, it's not a real good career move, So it's like an airline pilot seeing a UFO.
This is too cool, Michelle. I know you would put it in your house if you could.
Nice piece of furniture.
It's kind of scary if you really want to know the truth, but I respect that you respect it. He's spooky. Spirit Photography, some nice old cameras. Trying to think if I've heard of the Travel Channel or watched anything on there. Maybe.
The name of the show is Outlandish, so.
Did I?
Send the response I'm looking for.
Driving through a car wash, looking for evidence. No one said looking for Bigfoot in North Carolina was going to be easy, but this is only the beginning.
I had one question though.
Sure, whatever you want to ask.
And I'm recording, just fair warning.
You are.
And what was your name?
I'm Steve Barcello.
Steve Barcello.
Barcello, B-A-R-C-E-L-O.
Okay. So why do you think we have never actually gotten to touch one or found the remains of one that's dead maybe, or how do you think they're able to be as elusive as they are to continue in more of this legend status versus What would you say to that? Because I guess I like the idea of this whole thing is sort of for fun, but I'm a skeptic. So like, and one of the reasons is because how would we not have found one, I guess?
There's a lot of people have different theories on it. One, I think they might bury their dead. I mean, it took forever for us to find elephants' skeletons. They basically go off to a place and they kind of die in a singular area here. So we don't really know. I mean, even bears, you rarely see bear on the side of the road unless they've been hit by a vehicle.
Right.
Something like that. So we don't have a real definitive answer for it. One of the things that's a problem with the Bigfoot thing is a lot of people like the fake stuff. So we have a lot of people out there doing silly stuff. Now, one of the things I don't believe people do very often here, would be crazy to, is dress like a Bigfoot and wander around, because this is gun country and people out here, I've had many a person...
Well, and it's hot. Why would you want to, you mean you couldn't last too long in a suit?
Yeah, you're going to get shot. People who think they're going to be a millionaire, I'm going to shoot me a Bigfoot. You would be amazed how many people come in here with a weapon or a gun to show me, this is the gun I'm going to use to get rich and shoot me a Bigfoot. Like, it's a very nice weapon. Please go put it back in the trunk. I don't really care. And at least I'm going to promote the museum,
Yeah. And he did win. He did. 2 years. Yep, 2 years. So Steve has a kind heart for animals, him and his wife, and they have, what did he say, 5 or 6 rescue dogs right now, and he said the hound dog has taught all of the other dogs, even the little dogs, to howl. Aww.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, sweetheart. Hello. Hello. Aww. Were you a hunting dog that somebody didn't want anymore? Steve says that's what happens up here. So we still have 139 miles of range, and that's really probably enough to get home, but you never can tell where we're going to want to stop on the way. And I wanted to check out the Henderson Supercharger since I haven't been to that one, and it recently opened and we're really close. So that is 34 miles and 40 minutes away. And then the plan is going to be to come down US 1 back into Raleigh and back over to Michelle's house. So let's go. It's 2:40 in the afternoon and we've got some hungry kids. I'm betting there's something to eat in Henderson, either at the Sheets or somewhere else. So Steve said he would like to buy the house across the street. I'm not sure whether he meant the small one here, the larger one behind the tree over there, or possibly even this really nice white one over here, but he'd like to have a haunted bed and breakfast and maybe move the museum to the basement so his wife can have her house back. So Steve said, as a town council member, that he's really trying to give the town some vitality, and tourism is an important component of that. And the fact that he was able to get his museum on the Travel Channel and some of the local news stations, and the Carolina Traveler, Scott Mason's been there, and it just brings people like us to the town. We're on our way to Henderson still. We're in Warren County, and I spotted this park that had this bluebird mural, and I just thought I'd come in and take a picture of it because that's one of the things I do. This is a really nice park with 2 baseball fields, tennis courts, bathroom facilities, a playground. I mean, it's nice. And there's not one other person in the entire park except for us and the guy mowing the lawn over there. But it's a great looking park. All the ones in Fuquay are always busy. So there is absolutely no way I could get PlugShare up out here. I don't need a charge right now, but I was just thinking that this park, or the emergency management building that's just around the corner, just before here, headed west, would be a great place to have a charger for people going, from point A to point B in rural North Carolina. I know Don's talked before that he thinks that some of the rural places are underserved for charging infrastructure. It's only going to grow from here, but still.
We're missing it.
Yes, it's a large generator, but the A column was kind of blocking it when you were pointing it out. I just drove through the emergency management facilities because
why not?
I was checking out charging at the park, and I felt sure that it was unlikely there would be a charger over here, but you never can tell. And that would be a no after having circled the building. Maybe someday. We just entered Norlina, or is that Norlina, North Carolina. It says that there was a gold medalist in the 2008 Beijing Olympics from this town. I promised her one rural town pawn shop today, at least. We have literally seen a Dollar General and or a Family Dollar in every small town we've crossed through.
And sometimes both.
Yeah, Michelle did find her a little tiny something back there at the pawn shop. So we made it to Ruin Creek Road in Henderson, and the Sheets with the superchargers to the right, and the Cracker Barrel where everybody wants to eat is to the left. So we're gonna go eat, and then I'm gonna go plug in for like 10 minutes because I still have 93 miles of range, but I just want to say that I did. And then we'll head on down the road if we don't get lost doing some other shopping in Henderson first. We've ordered and we're all hungry, and they gave us this really cool 6-person table. I like it. I like the round table. So what kind of pancakes are these, Ariel?
Excuse me, blueberry.
Blueberry.
Yeah,
They
I
look
know,
really
I know.
good. And Mr. Don would probably be really jealous of Johnny's country fried steak. So the cow style shirt that I got at Guardian Angel yesterday for $3, they sell them here at Cracker Barrel, and they're not $3.
No.
I love the little robot salt and pepper shakers. They're so cute. Too much fun stuff in here. Johnny's picked out a couple pieces of candy. Here's the superchargers.
And it's a Pokestop.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So this silly thing thinks I should charge here for 10 minutes and then charge in Raleigh for 15 minutes. And normally I would be all about doing that, except for I don't want to make Michelle and the kids have to stop twice. So I currently have 88 miles of range. It's 69 miles to her house. And then, of course, there's about another 10 miles over to my house. So I offered the kids ice cream inside. You know, that's supercharging's flexible, short in, short out. Or, you know, just hang and get some charge, which I think is what I'm going to do enough to get to my house now. Hope I'm back far enough. The kids were, are you really going to do that and not open for the wand? So Ariel wanted one of these for real milkshakes. What flavor did you get? A smoothie? Strawberry banana. It looks good. We've never tried them. They're good? You've had it before? Good to know. The car is ready. The kids are still finishing their treat. Both hands on the charger. Hit the button, the little back button. Wait a second for it to click. Now you can pull it out, straight out. Pull it good. It has released. You just need to really, no, there you go. It's stiff, but now that you've done it one time, you would know for next time the appropriate, and push it up in there. Yep, bend it in, bend it up, lift it up. At where your hands are, lift the bottom up.
Right here?
Yep. Bend it in, yeah, and then bend it up a little, push it in.
I'm trying.
Okay, here, watch the technique.
Okay.
Look, bend.
Oh!
See, bend up, and then when you get it up in there, then you can let it drop back down.
Yeah,
now you know for next time.
Wow, I'm like a real life technician.
You are. Good job, Ariel.
Hey, she brought her dog with her.
Aw, we wish we had our dog with us. We're gonna get to Michelle's house with 42%. We are rocking. So instead of staying on Capitol Boulevard and getting on 440, I'm gonna get on 540 and probably just come into 87 and the rest of the way, because this to here, there's a lot of stoplights. Currently it says 39 minutes and 27 miles to Michelle's house. We'll see what it does after we get Ruby to redraw the map. So Ruby redrew the map really quick, and now she's saying 32 miles and 38 minutes. I noticed the arrival time is identical, 7:27 p.m. It's 7:27, just like Ruby said, and we're here.
I want to go home.
With me? There's my Donnie.
There's my pretty girl.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, glad you're home.
Glad to be home. Love you.
Love you too.
How is everything?
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So apparently 2019.24.4 rolled out to like everybody that didn't already have it today.
So is that the one we got last night?
That's the one we got last night, yeah. Yep. But it's just a dot release. I don't, you know,
but you don't that when they push something out to get everybody up to the same level, that means they got another one fixing to come out. They want everybody.
Right, well, there was some speculation that they did leveled us all up. They leveled us up. Somebody said because the earnings call. But maybe they would release something new after the earnings call as possible.
No, I would agree that they...
So to be clear, our release notes do not have anything new from the last dot release that we put on. Just to say, but you know, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.